Good morning to you. I'm Mark Sudduth, and here's what's up in the tropics for Monday, June 27th, 2022. A busy start to the week today as we have three areas to watch in the Atlantic here. This is the two-day outlook map, and you can see 1, 2, 3 there from the Gulf of Mexico out to the tropical Atlantic. A very busy look as we end June. This is the 5-day version of that map. The area in red, that is the Invest area 94L, and that is the one that's going to cause the most problems, I think, over the next few days, impacting the Windward Islands first, and then maybe even portions of South America and the islands of the extreme southern Caribbean there before eventually making its way towards South America. Then, of course, we have our system in the Gulf, not quite designated as an area of investigation yet. It doesn't have one of those numbers and a letter L just yet. 95L will be the next. And then we have this system out in the open Atlantic, farther east than where 94L is located, that we're going to need to watch as it slowly tries to organize, perhaps, and make its way towards the Lesser Antilles, probably farther north than what we're seeing with 94L. In the eastern Pacific, Celia continues to weaken as another disturbance tries to get its act together to the south and east of Celia. But again, as I've been saying the last few days, this other system will be far enough south of the Mexican coastline that it is not going to pose any problems there. Satellite imagery, this is really remarkable. The intertropical convergence zone about as active as I can remember ever seeing it in the month of June. Really, there are several disturbances. There's 3 on the map from the National Hurricane Center, but if we look out here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the Gulf system, and then you could even argue, hey, we need to watch this cluster of storms north of Cuba, the Bahamas, and Hispaniola. So a very busy look. Why is it so busy? Well, a big part of it is the water temperatures. They are so very warm compared to average, and they are focused, those warm temperatures, down in the deep tropics. That's this area right here. The area up to the north in the subtropics, well to the north of about 20 degrees latitude, that's cooler than average. That's that blue area. So the warm water and the energy is focused down in the deep tropics, and so it's no surprise that we see this. We go to this zoomed-in satellite shot, cluster of storms in the eastern Caribbean. No worries there. It's just a large cluster moving through, but still, impactful to marine interest. Anybody out there on the open seas of the Caribbean? And then there's 94L and our next system waiting in line to the east of that. So 94L is going to impact the islands, and we'll talk about those impacts more during my Hurricane Outlook and Discussion video later this afternoon. The vorticity signature, here are our systems continuing to get better organized with 94L, starting to see just a little bit of concentrated energy there in the Gulf of Mexico. This is going to be a much smaller system, so the global models are not going to pick up on it as easily. Again, I'll talk about that in more detail later this afternoon. All right, now if we take a look at the 6Z GFS, the operational model of the GFS here, there's the disturbance, 94L moving through the Caribbean towards Central America. How strong it gets will be determined by how much land interaction there is with the northern coast of South America. This system is really far to the south. Then the next system behind to the east of 94, that comes in a little bit more to the north across the Lesser Antilles in a few days. Hopefully this will bring some much needed rainfall to areas of the Northeast Caribbean. That is something we will watch closely. And then there's that sneaky little system in the Northwest Gulf, eventually heading down towards Texas there, making, we could say, landfall. It does come ashore by about mid to late week. So we'll watch and see how well organized does this get. Is it going to be just a rainmaker? And if so, how much rain? How long will that persist? And will there be any other coastal impacts with it? Those are all questions that we will have to wait and see to get answers to. I'll do my best, though. We'll take a look at it all and more in my more detailed version of this, and that's the Hurricane Outlook and Discussion. I'll prepare that and have that ready for you later this afternoon. Again, this is What's Up in the Tropics. I'm Mark Sudduth. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you some more again later today.